Happy New Year. Man, I hope 2026 is starting off great for you. I've really been reflecting on how I wanted to share this first week of 2026. I know there's always things around New Year's, new goals, new you, making goals. It's a great reflective time. And hopefully you saw my previous video about reflecting on the previous year and really defining reality. A big part of living a strong life is looking at reality, defining reality. I say a leader's first responsibility is define reality. Where are you? Point A. And hopefully you've done that. And then the next thing to lead well is you really need to define point B. Where do you want to go? And I share with people all the time this quote that I've read over and over and over is like, how many people do you think, percentage-wise, know what they want? And I let people guess often. Very few guess as low of a number that it actually is. 2%. 2%. 2 out of 100 know what they want. Most of the time, we just keep, moving forward, taking care of responsibilities, one step in front of the other, and taking care of just what's in front of us. Or we might have some general idea of, I like more money, I like more time, I'd like to go on more vacations, I wish I was closer to my wife, my children, just some vague idea, but not a specific. And so this message, I could share all day long for multiple weeks about ways to improve that. But the one I want to share more than anything today that I think will serve you the most is this. What's the highlight reel? What is gonna be your highlight reel for 2026? And what I mean by that is if we watched the ESPN highlights of you in January of 2027, January 1st, or the last week of 2026, what would be on that highlight reel? What would you like shown? What could you sit back and be like, man, that was an amazing year? I want to share with you a story around this that I could not believe. I'd heard about this. I'd heard about setting your vision. Visions pull you forward. It's great to have a vision, to know why you want to do something. All of these things. And I know they were good. The companies have invested many thousands and thousands, tens of thousands, millions of dollars on setting visions, on really connecting. So how does this apply to you and me? There was a year where one of my children was having a very tough year. We had calls from the principal's office, from all the teachers, from all of, and just all over the place. And it dawned on me. I was hitting my leadership lid because I hadn't allowed my child to set a vision of what they wanted. We were all going in after they weren't living up to what we wanted, whether it was a principal, a teacher, or myself or my wife. We were always going in saying, you're not living up to our vision. But did we ever allow them to have a vision for themselves? Did we connect with them first? And that's what I want to do for you today. Have you connected with yourself? Do you know your vision? Are you just allowing other people to put their expectations over what you should do in 2026? And then coming in with disappointment because you're not meeting their expectations when you haven't even bought into the expectation. So with that said, I started taking my children at the beginning of the year to their favorite restaurant and asking them what their vision of the year, what would be their highlight reel. And I wish I could share with you like how many times, but to shorten this video, how much of an impact that made. This particular child of mine, that next year, we didn't get one phone call. We didn't have one issue because they shared their highlight reel. Guess what they wanted? They wanted to do well in school. They wanted to have great friends. They wanted to get along with their teachers. They wanted to do this in sports. Like, it was amazing. And it came from them. And it pulled them forward. It's what they wanted. And all I had to do was support them, be there for them, serve them. So I want that for you too. What's your highlight reel? And I want you to get clear. It was very hard for my children to get clear. I was like, what would it be like for you to do this, 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 and this, and have this clear picture of what it would be like to be on the other side for them at the end of the school year to play this highlight reel. And what would it feel like? And how would you know you were there? Get clear, like you're getting clear on going on a vacation. When you're packing, you know what it's going to be like to be there. That's why you're packing what you're packing. So for 2026, for today, what is your highlight reel? What is going to be played on that highlight reel? Write that out. Allow that to serve you so that you can live into the goals that you want. Lead whole, live fulfilled.